Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zahait here, and we're back with a brand new episode of The Farmer Was Replaced. And in the last episode, we came in here and we set up a 4x4 grid. We started growing wheat, we started growing wood, and we started growing carrots. And I left off saying I want to find a way to make it so that if our guy goes off the top, he automatically goes right. And I don't want to have it based on a number hard-coded in, because every time I upgrade, this number is going to have to be changed, and I don't want to forget. So that's going to be the first thing I want to do. But before we even do that, you'll probably notice I have a ton of resources here. Well, all I did last game, or after the last episode, was upgrade. I didn't change any coding, and I didn't do anything updating. I guess I did get rid of the else wait commands because they're redundant and not necessary. Other than that, I haven't changed anything, and all I've done is just come in here and upgrade stuff. The speed upgrade required carrots, I think, and now it's requiring some sort of lightning bolt, which we don't have. And yeah, to upgrade the carrots further, we need 5,000 wood, which I don't have. To expand the farm, I need pumpkins, which I don't have. So we can start unlocking some stuff here. But before I do that, I want to... First things first, let's see if we can find a way to make this guy store his location, move, and then check if the new location is more than, or, well, basically just more than where he was. And if it is, that's fine. And if it isn't, then we want him to take a step right. So the first thing we're going to do is store our location, and we'll just call this pause X equals, sorry, I want this to be pause Y. Pause Y equals get pause Y. Okay, then the first thing we want to do when we call this move command is get our position, move north, and then if that position, if our new position, so if get position Y, maybe I should just get position again. Let's say the new position will be pause Y2. I don't know. Pause Y2. Can I put letters and numbers in there? I'm not sure. Equals get pause Y. Then if get pause... No, I don't need this part. If pause Y is less than... We shouldn't ever be equal to... Is less than pause Y2, that's when we want to move east. So let's put that up there. And if it's not, I guess we don't do anything if it's not. Oh, and then we want to store pause Y equals pause Y2. And I don't think I really need to do this because this line happens right here. So maybe we don't need to do that. And then we don't want to move north again, so else nothing. That should do it. So we're going to get the position that we're at. We're going to move north 1. We're going to get our new position. If our original position is less than our new position, oh, nothing. That's where we want to do nothing. So we can switch that to greater than. If the original position is greater than the second position, then we want to move east. Okay, that should work. Let's just... Perfect. Yeah. Okay, that is actually working perfectly. Okay, so that's good. We got that dealt with. Now, let's get in here. Let's unlock pumpkins, trees. I think I want trees because we're kind of getting short on wood. And I'm expecting trees get us more wood. Trees are a better way of getting wood than bushes. They yield 5 wood each, just like bushes that can be planted on grass or soil. Trees like to have some space, and planting them right next to each other will slow down their growth. Oh. The grow time will double for every tree that is on one of the tiles directly to the north, east, west, or south of it. So if you plant trees on every tile, they will take 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 16 times longer to grow. Oh boy. Show hint? The percent operator may be useful here. Remember that percent operator returns the remainder of the division. Each even numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 0, and odd numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 1. So you can check if a number is even like this. Is even n 2%. This returns true if n is even and false if it isn't. So, okay, we're going to want to put some sort of thing in our wood. In our wood function, def wood, get ground type, till... It said we can plant it in either one, right? Grass or soil, so I don't even have to do this at all. We can pause x equals get pause x, and then the same thing, pause y, get pause y. Okay, and then what we want to do is, what do we want to do? We want to... Should I be doing this? I feel like I should be doing this somewhere else, because we're going to call the wood function. And what happens if this check fails? We have to plant something else instead. Okay, so maybe we do want to just make one of these functions, the is even function. Let's make a new one. Let's just do that. Is even. And I can put in a number. Sure. And then return n% 2 equals 0. So then what I want to feed into that is even n. Not n. We want to feed in pause x plus pause y. That's not a plus. Plus pause y. And we gotta make sure this is correct. Pause x plus pause y. Like that. Is even pause x pause y. And I gotta set this to be a variable. And we can just set that to be even equals is even. Okay, so there we go. Now we're gonna check if the x plus the y plus the x numbers add up to an even number. And really, I don't even need to set this as a variable. I'll just set this to if is even. And then I'll tab that over. Plant bush. If is even, plant the bush. Now the only problem is if it's not going to plant the tree. And it's not going to plant anything else. So I can fix that just by putting in else. And then plant carrot. Plant carrot? Nope. I just gotta call carrot. Because that's how I do it. Carrot. Okay. if that else carrot. Should work. Let's fix that. Let's see how this works. If I do this, maybe I have to move because right now is 0. Get pause X. It should be something. Oh, is it because the number's too high? No, it shouldn't matter. Get pause X. Get pause Y. Pause X plus pause Y is even. And 2% 0 return. Oh, I don't want entities.bush. I want entities.tree. Do I have to trade for the tree seed? Is that a thing? Trades. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, maybe I have to harvest it first. You know what? Let's just see what happens. This is actually working. So the trees are only allowed to go in the even diagonals. And only if the wood is below the threshold. That's kind of good. The only problem now is the carrots. The carrots going up means my wood is constantly going down, which is a bit of a problem. So instead of carrot here, I will put wheat or grass. What was the... I think it's grass. That should fix that problem. And then we should actually start going up in wood. There we go. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's see. Watering. Water the plants to make them grow faster. Plants grow faster if they are watered. Soil and turf have a water level ranging from 0 to 1. The function getWater returns the water level of the ground it is over. The growth speed of the plants on untilled soil grows linearly from 1 times speed at water level 0 to 5 times speed at water level 1. Soil dries out over time. The water loses 1% of its current water every so often, so keeping a high water level uses a lot more water than keeping a low water level. Oh. To water your plants, you can use water tanks. You can trade empty tanks for wood using trade items.empty tank. A tank can hold 0.25 water. Tanks fill up automatically. The fill rate is 0.5% of the number of empty tanks per second. So if you have 100 empty tanks, one of them will fill every 2 seconds. All right, so let's go back here. Let's take a look at trades. Trade water tank. So it said for 100 water tanks, we get 1 every 2 seconds. So maybe really quickly, let's just make a buy. Let's make a buy loop. Purchase. We'll call this one purchase. And then we can just come in here and we can set it to be whatever we want. So let's go trade. And we should also make for I less than, let's say 100. It's supposed to be I in range 100. I think. Do I have to put in? How do for loops work? For I in. For I in range 0. Do I have to do this like this? This seems weird. For I in range n, do a flip. Okay, so then this is right. For I in range 100, trade item Items dot water. No, empty tank. Do I need a colon after this? I think so. Okay, let's pause this really quick. And let's just see what happens if I play this. There isn't enough indentation here. Ah. Well, there we go. Perfect. Now every 2 seconds we end up with a water tank. And we could actually do that a couple times. Every 1 second we have a water tank. If I do that 2 more times, it's every half a second. There we go. That's not bad. Okay, let's go back to play. And now we have to find a way to water stuff. And I think we should probably do the water right after the move. Right? Move. Water. And we're going to have to make a water command. So let's say water. I think there's already a water thing. Get water. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is get underscore water. And we want to if get water. I don't know what we want to set this to. Let's make a threshold variable in here. We can set it to water level equals 0.5 for now. And is less than water level. I'm gonna need a colon in there. That's when we're going to... Come on, get over there. We are going to... Tank holds 0.25. Tank fills up automatically. Call use item. Use item. Items dot water tank. And that should be it. So we'll check the water level. If get water level is less than water level, then we're going to water it. So I can change this to be whatever I want. We can play around with it, do some fun stuff. I don't think I need to see this anymore. That's kind of already doing its thing. Purchase thing I don't need right now. We'll close that. I probably don't need to see the grass one anymore. Even the carrot one, I don't know if we need it right now. Okay, we'll keep these ones because there's probably still some work to do there. But why does it say water doesn't exist? Oh. I might have made a mistake naming all these with capital letters, but whatever, it is what it is. What do you mean water doesn't exist? It's right there. There we go. Okay, so I think we're able to keep up with that. Maybe what I'll do then is... Let's change this to 0.75 and see if we can keep up with that. I mean, really, I could just set that to be 1. We'll just set it to 1. If it's not... Well, maybe we don't want it to be at 1 because we'll be watering constantly. It says 0.25 water. So less than 0.75. Let's set it to be like 0.8. If it's less than 0.8, we'll water. And then at the most, we're wasting 0.05 of a water bucket. Okay, what else can we unlock while we're waiting? Multi-trade. Trade multiple items at once. See, I'm not sure what the point of that is. When we can just do a for loop like we've been doing. Carrots upgrade, cost 5,000 wood. Trees upgrade, cost 3,000 bales. Oh my god, we are upgrading our wood. I'm gonna upgrade as much of this wood as I can. Oh, I can't do this one yet. Wait, did I reach the threshold? Oh no, because I have my wheat threshold set at 50,000. Why are we not doing anything with this one? Excuse you? Harvest item hay. Plant grass. Move. Okay. Get water. Use the water. Well, true. Can harvest. Oh, we're not harvesting. So we're just skipping right over it because something happened there. Okay, maybe I can just tell it to plant grass manually. Execute this one. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Hang on. Move, move, move. Move. Plant grass. Oh. Why is there no... Oh, we don't have to plant grass, that's why. Okay. There we go. That will fix that problem. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to build back up again, let's unlock some pumpkins here. Pumpkins grow on tilled soil just like carrots. They require pumpkin seeds to be planted, which cost 1 carrot each. If every pumpkin in a square has fully grown, they grow together into a giant pumpkin. If every pumpkin in a square has fully grown, they grow together into a giant pumpkin. The yield of a giant pumpkin is the side length of the pumpkin cubed. It's a good idea to make the pumpkins as big as possible before harvesting them. The problem is that about 1 in 5 pumpkins dies before growing up. This means that even if you plant a pumpkin on every tile in a square, one of the pumpkins may die, preventing the mega pumpkin from growing. A pumpkin that dies simply disappears, so you can plant a new one there. So how do we want to do that now? We're going to need a pumpkin thing. That can be just a else if in here. We can set to be pumpkins. So let's go elif. Elif carrot, num carrot. We want... Let's make this up here. Num items dot carrot is less than num carrots. Then we plant carrot. And then we gotta go else. And this is where we're going to plant pumpkin. The pumpkin function. Okay, we're going to need a new function. Call it the pumpkin one. And we're going to do everything similar to this one. So let's just go like that. Change this to pumpkin. Okay. And change this to pumpkin dot seed, change this to pumpkin dot seed or underscore seed, and then plant pumpkin. Okay. Now what we want to do is do the whole bay at once. And I'm not totally sure how to do that. Pumpkins, so let's see, trade. What does it take to do that? It only takes 1 carrot. So that's not too big of a deal. So I'm not totally sure how to get it to plant like a 4x4 grid of pumpkins. But to get us started, at least we can start growing pumpkins. And we'll have to see what that's gonna do. I also don't know if I want to water the wheat. And there's this census thing here, so I think we can add a check. If get water level is less than that water, but before we do that, we want to check if get entity type is not equal to what I want. I don't know what it actually returns. Let's just tell it to print for now. What does it return? Get entity type. Let's see what happens here. Print doesn't work? Do I have to put a colon after that? This expression is not a statement. Perhaps you forgot. Oh. Print get entity type? Do I have to do something like this? Entities dot grass. Okay, perfect. So then what we want to do is cancel that, and if get entity type is not equal to entities dot grass, that's when we want to check this. Then we want to check if it needs water. But if it's not grass, then we don't need to water it. Because it grows faster than we can get back to it anyway, so there's no point watering grass. Alright, that seems to be working. We're only watering the trees. Uh-oh. Num carrots not defined. How about that? There we go. Alright, so we're doing the thing where we're only planting if we can harvest. And if we can't harvest, we're moving. So I have to also... Oh, jeez. Maybe what we want to do is, if can harvest, harvest. But first, before that, check if it's something. So what are we on right now? Can I go back to here and just really quickly print get entity type? Let's see. None. Okay. So cancel that. So if get entity type is not equal to none, it probably needs a capital. There we go. Not equal to none. Then we will harvest. If we can. If we can't, then if the number... Okay, then that's not what we want next. Then we want this backed up. Right? Because we're going to check if it's none. If it's not none, we're going to check if we can harvest it. If we can, we will harvest, and then we'll move on to the next steps. And if it is none, I guess this needs to be elif then. And all of these need to be, I think, in the same row. Get entity type. Get entity type. Oh, hold up. I need brackets. There we go. It's still not quite working. Or is it? Maybe it is? Although I don't think we need to water pumpkins. So is there a way to do or if get entity is not equal to entities? I don't know if this is going to work. Or entities entities dot pumpkin? I don't know if that actually works or not. I might need brackets in here. I don't know. I think it's skipping the whole or part. A logic operator can only be used on Boolean expression that evaluates to true or false. Okay, so I probably need to do this. and put this here. If get entity type or get entity type pumpkin. I don't know if that works. No. There needs to be a colon at the beginning of every code block. Do I need to back this up? No. I didn't want this all in one line like this because it's getting kind of gross. Hold up. It sounds like it's still watering. Oh, you know what? Oh my god, I'm dumb. This is supposed to be and, right? Not or. There. That's what was doing it. Yep. It's and, not or. Okay, so, now that that's done, what else can I buy? Carrots upgrade, pumpkin upgrade. Fertilizer unlock requires 1,000 pumpkins. 1,000 pumpkins, 500 carrots. What is this? Sunflowers? Maybe we expand our farm? Oh, we can expand our farm again. Oh my god, 1750. Now, why is that growing wheat? It shouldn't be. Okay, hold up. Water. Move. Move east. Okay. Get entity type. Not equal to none. If can harvest. Harvest. And then it's skipping everything. Why is it skipping everything? I think it's because these are nested. I need to change this to else. I think. Pass. Just so that it knows. I think I need to make a new method or a new function, whatever. We'll just call this one plant. Hopefully that's not a problem for something else. And inside of this, we want... Oh no, I think I need all of this inside of there. But the problem is, I also need this stuff inside of there. Okay. I think that's right. And then instead of putting all of this here, I will just call plant. Plant. And same thing here, right after harvest, I will call plant. And then maybe we don't need this. I don't know. Will that fix it? That is not a capital. There we go. That should fix it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's working. Okay, so that is working. Let's see. Expand the farm is 1,750. What else do I want? Maybe some fertilizer. Grows plants instantly. At some point, waiting for the plants to grow is just not efficient anymore. Fertilizer can grow plants a lot faster. Use items. Fertilizer will immediately grow the plant under the drone by 2 seconds. You can buy fertilizer through trade items. Fertilizer. Using fertilizer dries out the ground. The water speed buff still applies when the fertilizer is used, but after that, the ground level is set to 0. So that doesn't seem super important. I guess for this process, if I could find a way to determine... Hold up. What does the giant pumpkin actually look like? Here's my move command. Move. I want to know what the giant pumpkin actually looks like. Let's just make a new code here, and we'll just call this test. Let's just call it f.0. Why not? Function 0. Print get entity type. That should be all I need to do. With a colon, perhaps? No colon required. Entities pumpkin. Entities pumpkin. How does it know the difference between that and a full pumpkin? Well, let's take our move command. Move. I want to see what it says for one of these. Entities.pumpkin. So they're all the same. So the only way to know for sure that I have a pumpkin in every single one of these squares is to know how many squares I've covered, or how many squares there are, and check each one individually and count up until that number equals the number of tiles, which sounds like a nightmare. So I'm not going to do it right now. We can do it after, perhaps. What's this? Lists. Use lists to store lots of values. 1,200 to upgrade pumpkins. There we go. We can upgrade pumpkins some more. I can't do that right now because we need more carrots. Are we growing carrots? We should be. Oh no, we only have that set to 1,000. Okay, hold up. Stop everything. Let's set this to be 5,000 carrots. Let's go 10,000 wood. Whoops. And where's my main? Oh, this is my main one. It's so small now. Alright, guys. So I cleaned up this a little bit, minimized some things just to make some more room. We have this guy going full bore. I added an else statement here because if I didn't, and it wasn't a soil, and I couldn't harvest it, then I would go down there and I would just cover it up with a new plant. So now, if it is a soil, or if it isn't a soil, I skip that part altogether. And I don't have to worry about overriding it if I don't harvest, which is better, for sure. So, anyway, that, I think, is where we're going to wrap it up in this episode. In the next one, what else can I buy? I still can't do lightning bolts yet. We could upgrade our grass. I might do some of these upgrades off camera just to speed things up a little bit. But in the next one, we're kind of running out of stuff to unlock already. Mazes, lists, sunflowers, multi-trade. I still don't know what the point of this is, but we'll play around with it in the next episode, I think. Guys, I hope you are liking the series so far. If you are, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I will see you next time.